Hi guys, it's your girl once again, Kitchen Deals Ame. Well, on today's episode, I'll be showing us how to make shepherd or cottage pie. Some people call it shepherd pie, some people call it cottage pie, whichever goes, shepherd and cottage pie. Here are my ingredients. I'll be using sardine as my protein. I'll be using the oils from the sardine to fry. I have my peppers. I have green chili pepper, green bell pepper, habanero pepper, aka atarodo, for some heat. I have my chopped onions, my chopped garlic. I have my chopped sausage, and these are meatballs. I actually chopped them. These are my chopped meatballs. I want so many things to be munching in this pie. Then I have my veggies here, my sweet corn, my peas, my carrots. Then I have my tomato paste, onion powder, garlic powder. Then my broth. This is a chicken broth I have in my freezer. I defrosted. You can use meat broth, chicken broth, fish broth, any broth you have. I have salt, thyme, and curry. So let's get cooking. Here I also have my mashed potato. We'll be needing the mashed potato for the coating. I already have a recipe on mashed potato. Please check out my channel on how I achieved my mashed potato. Then I have my seasoning cube, my chicken bowling cube. So let's get started. So I already have my sardine oil. This is the oil I poured out from the sardine. It's not yet time for the fish to go in, so that's the oil I'm using. You can use butter, you can use vegetable oil, you can use avocado oil, you can use any type of oil. Now I'm going to go in first with my chopped onion and garlic. I'm going to saute this for like a minute. Then I'm going in with my green chili pepper, not all the peppers. I went in with my green chili pepper and my habanero pepper for heat and flavor. I left my green bell pepper. I'll put it later. I need it fresh, greenish and crunchy kind of. I don't want it to overcook. So then it's time to go in with my seasonings, my thyme, I'm going in with my thyme, my curry powder, my onion powder, curry powder, onion powder, a little salt, a little salt. I have to be careful with salt because I'm using sausage and meatballs and you know they are salty. fry this for like a minute. And then it's time to bring in my sausage and meatballs. So they'll start releasing their flavor too. My sausage and meatball is in. Then I'm bringing in my carrots because carrots are hard, so I need it to start cooking slowly. Meanwhile, I'm cooking on a low heat, a very low heat, as you can see. My burner, I'm cooking on a low heat, so you fry on a low heat. You don't want it overcooked or over fried. My carrot is in. Sorry about my camera movements. I'm actually using one hand again to do this video, so please, I'm using one hand to hold my phone, I'm using one hand to pour in things and stir, so please just make do with me. Soon I'll set up my tripod stand of my camera. So as you can see, it's colorful. It's cooking on a low heat at the same time. So it's been frying for like 2 minutes now. Now I am going to bring in my flour. We use flour to like hold it together. So I'm going to spray like 2 spoons of flour. This is a baking flour actually. Into this dish. And I'll mix it together. We already know flour is a thickening agent, so it's going to thicken it for us. I'm sure you're wondering what's thickening when it's dry. I'm going to bring in my broth, my chicken broth, remember? So that is when I need this flour to activate and work. So that's why we add flour to it, so it doesn't end up being watery. Start adding my flour. I'm going to come in with my tomato paste. So you can see my tomato paste. I just added a tablespoon of tomato paste. I continue frying. After this tomato paste, I'm bringing in my broth, my chicken broth. So like I said earlier, you can bring in any broth you have: lamb, chicken, fish, pork, any protein of your choice, beef, any type of broth you have you can use for this recipe. So it's time to bring in my broth to loosen up all the ingredients. It's getting thick here. So guys, I've added my chicken broth. As you can see, it looks more like sauce now. This is when the flour I added earlier, the flour has thickened up the whole thing. So you can see it's not watery. You have to try and achieve this consistency. It's not watery. It's looking more like sauce. That's what the flour does. That's why you need flour. And you can see the color has changed a bit reddish because of my tomato paste. It's looking more like a sauce now. That's why it's called a shepherd pie. It's a pie actually, so it has to be like sauce. The consistency has to be like sauce and not pepper soup. Please make sure you achieve the right consistency. So I'm going to test for salt, and then I'll come in with the rest of my veggies. So guys, I've reduced my heat once more. I've poured in the rest of the veggies, and this is when I pour my bell pepper, my green bell pepper. I need it fresh and greenish. These are the last to cook. I don't need them overcooked, so I'm putting in them now. We're almost at the end of this, just to bake now. And it's time to bring in my fish from the sardine. Remember, I have fish from the sardine. So guys, I've added the fish. I'm going to mash it in here.
Yes.
My heat, my cooker is really low. As you can see, it's really low.
Yes.
So you set it on a low heat. I mash my fish in here. So our shepherd pie is ready. Time to assemble it inside my baking dish. And I'm going to put the mashed potato on top of it as the last layer. Then I bake. That's all. It's quite easy to prepare, guys. It's in the prepping. The work is in the prepping of all the fillings and all that you're bringing in. Once they're all prepped, you're good to go. So make sure you try out this recipe. Tag me and let me see what yours looks like. And let me know what you think in the comment section, guys, about this recipe. That's a very good one. So guys, I've transferred it to my baking dish. This is what it looks like. So right now, this is what we're going to do. Let me turn my camera this way so you guys can do. Meanwhile, my oven is preheating. As you can see, I'm preheating my oven already. So I'm going to take all the mashed potato to cover this dish, then I bake. Let me do that and show you guys. So guys, this is it. I've been able to transfer the mashed potatoes. You cover it on top of the dish you prepared. That's the last layer. Now I'm going to do something just for designs. You use a fork and just draw this on it. Are you guys seeing what I'm doing? I'm giving it a design. That's how we do shepherd pie. Just give it a bit of this design with a fork. And when it comes out in the oven, you'll see how it looks. So this is it. Now I'm gonna put this into my oven. I've preheated and bake. I'll show us. You bake this for 20 to 25 minutes with your oven heated. You set your oven to 200 degrees centigrade and you bake. So guys, this is it. I've put it into my oven and that's it. My oven is set on 200 degrees centigrade, as you can see. Now I'm going to be baking this for 20 to 25 minutes. That's it. And then I'll bring it out and show you guys what shepherd pie or cottage pie looks like. So yum. See you guys soon.